The nominees for the 96th Academy Awards are in. Oppenheimer leads the pack with 13 nominations, with Poor Things right behind with 11 nominations. ABC News Live anchor Kayna Whitworth is covering it all for us in Los Angeles, along with Variety Senior Awards editor Clayton Davis and ABC's Chris Connelly in New York. Kayna, what are the biggest surprises from these nominations?
I'm going to start with good surprise. How about that? Because I think there's a lot of snubs that we'll have to go over here in a moment. So I'm going to start with a good surprise. And my good surprise is America Ferrera. She is a bright spot for Barbie right now in an otherwise disappointing morning. And so she is getting a nomination for actress in a supporting role. I think that surprised a lot of people. And in fact, that entire category is interesting to me this morning because Danielle Brooks also getting a nomination there for The Color Purple. And that may be the only nomination that we see for that movie, although in that category, Best Supporting Actress, Da'Vine Joy Randolph really, I think, has that locked up for The Holdovers. But also, when we look at lead actress, there's also some history being made just in these nominations, which I think is fascinating. Lily Gladstone becomes the first Native American to be nominated in that category. And then also Emma Stone now becomes the second woman to be nominated for acting and Best Picture for the same film, following in the footsteps of Frances McDormand. Notably left out of that category is Margot Robbie this morning. Oof.
All right. So, Clayton, let's talk about the lead actor and actress categories. What do you think of the nominees?
Well, I love our lead actor category. It was a very tight category to get all these great performances that we had this year, but we have Colman Domingo there for Rustin. He is the first openly LGBTQ person to be nominated for an LGBTQ character, along with Jodie Foster in supporting actress for Naiad. So this is a huge moment for LGBTQ representation at the Academy. Also, Colman Domingo, first Afro-Latino nominated for Best Actor, and also just the second time in history that we have two black men nominated for Best Actor, Domingo and Jeffrey Wright, that either of them wasn't Denzel Washington or Will Smith, showing that we have more talent in this world that we have in Hollywood. And I love Bradley Cooper's nomination. This is now his 10th, 11th, and 12th nomination career. Still hasn't won an Oscar. And then we have Paul Giamatti there for The Holdovers. Just a guy that everyone loves. No one's going to be upset if Paul Giamatti wins an Oscar. He's way overdue for one. It was actually just a really great moment to hear his name called.
Kind of a you can't go wrong type category.
Yeah.
Chris, Kayna mentioned Margot Robbie not getting the look for lead actress. Any other major snubs stick out to you?
Well, I think there's enough beer for everybody in this particular awards round here. You saw Leonardo DiCaprio not get nominated. I wanted to see Andrew Scott get nominated for Best Actor. That's significant. Greta Gerwig and Alexander Payne each getting passed over in Best Director, but their movies did really well, you'd have to say. Justine Triet is the only woman nominated in Best Director as a result. And for the first time, 3 Best Picture nominees are each nominated by a woman, or each directed by a woman, and that's a first. So while there are a couple of snubs here and there, I don't think Barbie had that bad a morning. 8 nominations in all. You know, Ryan Gosling is in there, 2 Best Song nominations. That film is still well represented for the fans that love it, I think.
So, Kayna, how is that race for Best Picture looking?
Well, I think, you know, Oppenheimer had a huge morning with those 13 nominations, so a lot of people loving that. But then, you know, Poor Things really coming in here with 11, and then Killers of the Flower Moon with 10. But I tell you what, I think you have to keep your eye out for American Fiction as we move forward here. Oh, I think Clayton agrees. You should see his face. Put him on camera. You see his face.
Listen, American Fiction is such a great movie. It's a comedy, again, making it in at the Oscars. Great to see. But Cord Jefferson, I can't believe this is his first movie. He's incredible. He's an incredible filmmaker, incredible screenwriter. But I'm interested here with Killers, especially because it got 10 nominations. Martin Scorsese, his last movies that received 10 nominations, The Irishman and Gangs in New York, both went home empty-handed. I don't like that number because I think Lily Gladstone's in the running. But Poor Things also not in the running for a lot of Oscars at the moment. But there's 2 movies in history that lost 11 Oscars: The Color Purple and The Turning Point. So I'm interested to see how this plays out and how many films will actually win Oscars, because this looks like an Oppenheimer night. Nonetheless, it might win like upwards of 9, 10 Oscars. I think we're going to see a sweeper for the first time in a while.
I love how Clayton's got the stats. Clayton came prepared. He's looking back at history here. Chris, I know you spoke to some of the nominees. How are they reacting?
Well, Billie Eilish and Phineas were over the moon. Billie Eilish was still in bed, I think, with the covers pulled up over her head as she learned that she'd been nominated for an Oscar for the second time. And what an extraordinary song. I mean, a song that really captures the full ambit of Barbie's emotional journey, I guess. So intimate, so personal, and yet touching on a doll that meant so much in people's lives. So fascinating in so many ways. She was thrilled, and so was he. Jeffrey Wright, that's been a phenomenal career for him, as Clayton was sort of alluding to, and it's amazing that he gets his first Best Actor nomination for American Fiction. So that's exciting. And well, then Da'Vine Joy Randolph, my goodness, a favorite probably in that Best Supporting Actress category. She'd just gotten off a plane from Paris. That's the way you want to pass through customs, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe the only time someone was smiling while doing that. ABC's Chris Connelly, ABC News Live anchor Kayna Whitworth, and Senior Awards Editor at Variety, Clayton Davis. Thank you all. And be sure to catch the 96th Academy Awards live on Sunday, March 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.